Hey Trae, you talked a lot about trusting your teammates. On that last play, you kind of passed the ball, got free of Vincent. Dre gets the ball back to you. What does it say about this team's ability to generate shots like that?
First off, how about DeAndre Hunter?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's that dude's been playing really well. He's been really leading us and coming off the bench and just being ready to play these last 6 games. We've all had really good moments and sometimes some bad moments in games, and you just got to tip your hat to Dre these last 6 games on how he's been. Coming off the bench ready, and again tonight. He did a great job from beginning to end, and then the last play. He's been so hot. I was trying to get him a shot, that last shot, and he still made the right play because those both guys still ran at him and was able to find me, and found a way to win. And I give all the credit to Dre.
Trae, I asked Coach about this, and I asked you the same thing. It was 7 guys in double figures, and for this team, that's a big deal. A big deal. I was asking you about
If you've been watching, man, we've been having a lot of guys in double figures. So this wasn't the first night that it's been like this. So we just got to continue to keep it going. Even in some of our losses, we had a lot of guys scoring. So we just got to keep it going. And now that we got guys healthy and we found a little rhythm, we can't get too high or too low at any moment during the season.
Trae, I briefly asked you about this in post game, but you finding your shot lately. To have that kind of confidence or keep that kind of confidence, I think it was a play where you ripped LeBron and then you came back and shot a logo 3. To keep that kind of confidence through the shooting, just what goes into that for you?
My confidence comes from the work that I've put in over the years, and if you remember early in the game, first quarter, I did the same thing. I got a steal and took a deep 3. I think that was my first shot of the game, and I missed it. But for me, I put so much work in and so many hours in over the years that a few missed shots, even in the last few games, isn't gonna stop me from shooting the next ones. And my teammates want me to shoot. They kind of want me to shoot more. But for me, I thrive myself on making others better and trying to make not only myself look good, but my teammates look good too. So I'm gonna find my rhythm. I did tonight a little bit. I just gotta keep it going one game at a time.
Trae, I spoke with Coach Reddick after the game and asked him about how he's seen you grow over the years offensively. He said you're a juggernaut in this league, that there's nothing you can't do. You've learned how to manipulate defenses, you can score the ball, you facilitate extremely well. 31 points and 20 assists is anything, to frown upon or sneeze at. What went into that effort tonight? And talk to us about that game-winning shot.
JJ is obviously someone who I really respect. His mind, he's very smart. Even when I played against him, he was very, very tough to chase around screens. So anytime you get a compliment from him, it's very respected, and I appreciate it. Tonight was just I just felt like I needed to do more. Jalen got in foul trouble. They were calling some fouls sometimes out there. It felt like we were playing 5 versus 8, to be honest with you. But we still fought through it. The fouls on us didn't affect anybody, and I just had to do more for my team tonight, and that's what it needed, and caused for us to win.
Trae, in this 6-game win streak that you guys have had, defense has sort of been a defining point of how you guys have played. As far as how that feels for you guys and the identity you guys have been building, where do you feel you guys stand on that?
Yeah, that's something that we've talked about since training camp. We knew we were going to have guys that could score offensively and get to their spots offensively, and we just wanted to be more known as a defensive-minded team. But you got to guard us on the other end too. So I think we're doing a great job with it right now. The coaches have given us a great game plan these last 6 games, and to be honest, as young as the guys we have in the locker room, everybody's really been paying attention to the game plan and going out and executing it, and that's why we've been able to win these last 6 games. And so, the challenge of this is don't get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to get comfortable after you win a few games and feel good about yourself. And when you have a young team, it's for sure easier to do that. So I think that's the challenge for us going forward is how do we continue to do what we've been doing and getting stops and letting the offensive side take care of itself and play through each other.
Trae, what were you guys trying to get to on the last play of regulation, and then what did you do differently on the last play of overtime that made it so much more successful?
Yeah, I mean, the last play of regulation, I knew I wanted to get the last shot regardless of what happened. I told JJ to go through, and there was just kind of some miscommunication. He came up and set a screen, and then there was a switch, and then he kind of pressured me, and LeBron stepped up on my right side, so there really wasn't a driving lane on either side. And I just seen the shot, the clock going down, and I mean, I knew I was gonna get the last shot off regardless, and we were going to overtime if we didn't win. So yeah, that's what happened then, and then we made the adjustment in the overtime period, and we kind of got into better spacing, and I was able to use Trae, and he didn't necessarily set it. He slipped to the top of the key, and it caused some confusion, and I was able to get downhill and draw two, but then I threw it back, and both the guys went to him, and I was able to re-space out and get a three. So kind of the same thing that we wanted to do in the first. We probably should have switched it up and maybe had Trae set the screen instead of Jalen. But that's stuff that I mean, you live and you learn, and I mean, we went to overtime for a reason and found a way to figure it out then.
Last one, throw up.
Trae, a few weeks ago, I asked you about your sneaker situation, and since then it has, been announced that you signed with Jordan Brand. So now, two of the top ballers, of course, yourself and Atlanta Dream star Ryan Howard, represent that Jordan Brand. What went into your decision to actually go with that brand?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's been a long off season, and obviously being a sneaker free agent isn't an easy thing. This is my first really summer doing it, being a part of it. But for me, I always want to elevate. I always want to grow and get better, and then being a part of Jordan Brand, that's growing my brand enough there. So being a part of a brand that's established at a high level, and somebody who really wanted me to be a part of it, it means a lot. So I'm not taking that for granted or lightly at all.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.